Hi everyone and welcome to my unboxing video of Metaphor ReFantazio Atlus Brand 35th Anniversary Edition, I believe was the full name of this release, because yeah, it's also kind of like celebration of 35th anniversary for Atlus. And there's also like included some items like the 35th anniversary history book and all-time best soundtrack and things like that. So it's not all related to Metaphor ReFantazio, but also some older Atlus games from the past, which is quite cool. Because yeah, there's so many great Atlus games throughout the years, so nice to celebrate that anniversary for Atlus. And what would be better way to celebrate Atlus's anniversary than releasing like completely new IP. And from what I've heard, the game has been getting quite high scoring reviews, so seems like promising new game. This kind of clear style cover for the box, having the name and protagonist and the fairy character, whose name I already forgot. And the box itself is like designed like a book. I believe it's some sort of book inside the game, and that's always cool. Design to use something from the game's world when designing the box for limited edition. Sorry, I'm losing my voice for some reason. But anyway, contents wise, here's the game itself. Under that we have the special soundtrack number 1 for Metaphor ReFantazio, and also special soundtrack number 2 for Metaphor ReFantazio. So kind of weird to have two different cases for the different discs, but at the same time I kind of like it, because yeah, I get more cases with nice cover arts and such. And there's also these all-time best soundtracks celebrating the 35th anniversary of Atlus, and here's also number 1 and number 2. So 2 discs also for past Atlus games. Do you recognize all the characters from here? There might be some even I don't recognize, even though I really like all Atlus games that I have played. Next we have some sort of sticker sheet, and I didn't realize there's DLC code behind it. So I guess doesn't matter if I try to cover it anymore. But yeah, it's like costume and battle background music set. So different costumes from different Persona games, and also some Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 4 related costumes and music from those games. So yeah, fits for the idea of celebrating Atlus history to have DLC content related to older games. And I believe the expiration date for the code was like 3 years from release, so it wouldn't be hurry to redeem the code, but because I accidentally showed it, I need to make sure to redeem it before I publish the video. Next, we have some sort of acrylic stand. So there's the stand itself and also a bunch of characters that you can put on the stand. And it should look something like that when complete. But we'll see if I can build it properly or not. And next we have Meta for ReFantazio Premium Art Book. And also Atlus Brand 35th History Book. And yeah, even though I am quite excited for the art book of Meta for ReFantazio, I am almost more excited to go through all the Atlus history. That will be probably the last item we go through on this video. And yeah, because there's 2 different art books, I'm going to be guessing that this is going to be another quite long video. But I suppose you all simply like that. So, where do we start with all the items here? I suppose we already saw this. Let's take another look at it here without the plastic bag causing some glare. So yeah, there are these little stickers. Of the characters and some symbols and such. Kind of funny to call them premium sticker, but I guess so. I wonder what could make sticker into a premium sticker, but yeah. And on the other side was the code that I need to remember redeem. Next, actually, let's try to build this next. So there's the different pieces. How do you change it? Oh, there's like little I suppose kind of like sticker on the back side holding them all in place, so you don't need to like snap them out. They are just connected with the little sticker on the back side. Does that count as ASMR for someone? I don't know. Though I'm not sure if the camera's mic even picked the sound up. So yeah, I haven't been following very closely like trailers of the game, because yeah, as soon as I heard about new Atlus RPG, I already knew that I'm going to buy the game anyway. I don't need to spoil myself with trailers and such. So I don't know almost anything about the game other than it's been getting like really high scoring reviews, so I wonder what makes the game so great. But I can't wait to try the game for myself and find out why is everyone praising it so much. Here we go with the last of these pieces. If I can get it out. There. So now we have all the pieces out of the frame. How do I arrange them all? Seems like the biggest piece is on the back. It makes sense. How will these connect? So there's like two pieces connecting to the stand, but it's quite tight. I believe I got it in. Yeah. Trying to be as careful as possible to not break anything. I believe it's all the way in. So seems like some sort of spaceship. Next I believe we have like this piece maybe. On the next. Place on the stand. Is there like no? I was thinking if there's like some sort of plastic covering the acrylic pieces. I believe there we go. The pieces are kind of tight to connect, so it's hard to get them in place, but at least that means that as soon as you get them in place, they are not going to fall apart, at least. And Then we have the title on the corner. Last two pieces were much easier to connect. So yeah, kind of cool little acrylic stand. I am always little bit on the fence if I like the title here, but it's nice that you can simply take it out if you don't want to have that on your acrylic stand. So the choice is there. But then we also have these little creatures. What even are these? Look like teeth. Or teeth, not teeth. Oh, and also the little stand for them is like a little teeth. Tooth. Okay, this one seems to be tightest of all the pieces. But there we go. Got it in. So yeah, seems like it's not connected to the main stand in any way. So it just hangs around. Kind of weird. I feel like they could have had one more hole in here and have it like that, but I guess it works still. So yeah, cool little acrylic stand. I like it because it has like multiple layers, so it gives a little bit of depth to it. For some reason I want to take a look inside the game box next. Also mentions little DLC code in here. I believe it's the first print extra, also having expiration date 3 years after the game's release. I really like this cover art, so huge amount of characters. I wonder how important all of those characters are. And inside we have disc, and I believe this is the DLC code, yeah, and also another little promotional code, and it seems like there's a little bit of artwork behind the disc as well. So yeah, always nice to have a little bit of extra artwork inside the case as well. But every time I take this out, I feel like I can't get it perfectly lined. Maybe there? Oh, it seems like no, it's not perfect anymore. Little bit this way. Maybe it's fine. And next, I kind of want to leave all the like 35th celebration items for last. So let's go through these items next, starting with the special soundtracks. I see the line here, but I can't find the end of it. Should be there, right? It doesn't make sense to have it there because it's always this side. About the other one? Nope, I can't find it. So we have to use the trusty old box cutter. Let's open both of them and then take a look. As I mentioned at the beginning, it feels a little bit weird to have two different cases for the different discs on the soundtrack, but on the other hand, I do like having extra artwork for the covers, so at the same time I also like it having different cases for both discs. So we have number 1 of our special soundtrack for the game. Do we have a booklet? Small one. So 31 tracks on the first disc. Sounds like quite a lot. And on the other disc, what's the artwork? Kind of almost same artwork on the disc, but kind of like mirrored, and disc 1 having the eyes open and disc 2 having eyes closed. Kind of cool little detail. At first I thought the both discs had same artwork, but yeah, there was a little bit difference when seeing them both at the same time. And on the other disc we have 30 tracks, so 61 tracks in total. And also both discs or both booklets having some lyrics for one of the songs on the track, one of the songs on the disc. So next, let's start going through the premium art book as soon as I get it out of the bag. I also want to bend the spine a little bit, as I always do. So, Metaphor ReFantazio Premium Art Book. About 60 pages, starting with some key visuals. As always, I love these full page artworks, but we have only few of them, and next we have some character illustrations, starting with Hero. I wonder if we ever get like a canon name for him. Or if we have to come up with our own name for him. And next, the fairy, Acrylic. So cute little fairy. Stroll. Huge two-handed sword. Are all the names in the game so hard to pronounce? Hulkenberg, perhaps? Cool ears. Eyes, maybe? All the names are so confusing to me. That's quite interesting looking character. Tuna, a little easier name to pronounce. I like the flower pattern on her dress. And wow, the hair. Quite dramatic looking character artwork. Yufa. Is the third eye like part of the accessory, or is it the actual third eye? I'm guessing it's part of the accessory. Basilia. I really like the costume designs. and all in all the characters feel so unique and so interesting. Carius. More older character with some scars from previous battles. Neurus. Are those wings on his hips? More with cute little cat. Does the cat have a name on there? I can't see. Oh, and Louise. And here again, the cape of his costume looking so dramatic, taking so much space. I love the kind of, could you say, theatrical designs on the characters, looking so dramatic. So next we have these archetypes, and as I said, I haven't been paying attention to like trailers of the game, so I have no idea how these archetypes work. Are these in some way similar to like personas of Persona games and so on? First we have the Seeker and the Fighter. Or are these like character classes? The Knight. Maybe that would make more sense. And next we have weapons. So many different kind of weapons. But I am confused what kind of weapon these are. Other ones I can somewhat imagine how you use them, but these are a little bit weird to me. Next we have more like concept phase character designs, again starting with our hero character. Also more detailed sketches of the face with different expressions and so on. And next, Calica. And even with the smallest character of this, because she's like fairy, even she taking so much space with the wide wings. And straw. I didn't even notice the little horns of him earlier. And Hülkenberg. Halbert must be reaching for quite a long distance. I especially love her jacket. I kind of looks like a little box with the jacket, but it's quite unique and fun looking costume design. Heisme. Tuna. Yeah. Basilia. Oh, now I feel a little dumb. Earlier when I saw, I thought it was like long hair, but of course it's a tail. Because why would one of the characters have a tail? It makes complete sense. Especially after noticing the ears. And Cryas. Nearest. And more. Louis. And then we have Prince. Did we have Prince earlier? On the previous character work pages. For some reason I don't remember him anymore. And next we have a bunch of character portraits. Including some new characters like Maria and so on. So I'm guessing these are used during like dialogue scenes and so on. Then we have humans, and I am even more confused than I was before. Because when I hear the name human, we hear the word human, this isn't the first thing that comes into my mind when I'm imagining what human looks like. But I am guessing these are like enemy characters in the game, perhaps. And yeah, these are rather grotesque looking designs. Already scared to play the game. And UI design drafts. Cool to see some different designs for the UI, because of course Atlus games often have really cool looking UI designs. So seeing all these, so great. Also some UI design elements here. Alright, because they are like part of the UI designs. And more designs. Now we have these weird looking teeth here. And now we have the book that the limited edition box design was based on. And a bunch of different symbols here. Election posters. I wonder what these are. But I'm guessing we can see these posters in the game world. And some concept art of environment. Is that intended to look like a face? That instantly reminds me of that Zelda game. Which one was it? Was it Majora's Mask? The moon having a face and coming down like that. Really demanding looking artwork. So much reminds me of that instantly. But yeah, really cool looking artwork in here, and also the world map on the last page. So yeah, now going through this art book, I feel like it was perfect choice to not watch any trailers or anything about the game, because I'm so confused about almost everything in here. There's so many unique looking characters and all the content here. I can't wait to actually start the game and find out what is going on in the game, because yeah, this made me quite excited for it. But that's not all. We also have left all the Atlus 35th anniversary items. So let's go through these also. Do I have enough space on the camera left? We'll see if I actually have to cut the video in the middle and continue after a little break. But yeah, first of all we have these all-time best soundtrack selection here. So many characters from different Atlus games, making me so excited of all the memories with the different games here. I love this kind of content on the limited artworks when taking a look to the past history of the company. So 30 tracks on the first disc again. No, it was 30 tracks on the second disc. There was 31 on the first disc. But yeah, there's songs from different games like Personas, Digital Devil Saga, Shin Megami Tensei, and so many others. Devil Summoner, Princess Crown, and so many other Atlus games. What game even is Puzzle Boy? I don't remember. Maybe I'll remember when I see the artwork in the history book. Or perhaps it's a game that I have never even seen. Very much possible. And next we have the second disc of the all-time best. And 26 tracks in here, so that's 56 tracks for the all-time best soundtrack. A lot of different Persona spin-off games, but also Persona 5. Oh, and Catherine there. What is the hospital again? Both discs starting with Atlus game that I can't remember. Kind of funny. But yeah, it's so nice to have this kind of Atlus all-time best soundtracks with this limited edition. I love to celebrate the history of Atlus. And especially with like soundtracks, because there's so great music in Atlus games. It's no wonder that we have like personal concerts and such, because the music in these games is so amazing. And next we have the history book, but because I have only like 8 minutes on the camera, I need to take a little break and continue in a second. Okay, now that the camera's memory is empty again, and hopefully my voice is record after kind of feeling like I'm losing my voice. Let's continue with rest of the video. So Atlus Brand 35th anniversary history book. I love the idea of going through all the Atlus history here. Oh, it's about 100 pages of content here. And of course, start with some forward. And then we start going through the Atlus history year by year. And right away, the puzzle boy that I was so confused about, if it's the first game that Atlus ever made, that might explain why I didn't recognize that on the soundtrack track list. Because yeah, there's a lot of these early Atlus games that I don't recognize. Before we reach first Shin Megami Tensei game. Cool to have at least like some of the game cover artwork here, but of course, because there's so many games, I suppose they didn't have enough space for having like all the cards of the games, so I suppose it makes sense to have only like the some of the games. Like of course first person needs to have its cover here. kind of funny now to see how it's like Megami Tensei Persona instead of being Persona alone like it's nowadays. But of course, it started as Megami Tensei spin-off games. And Soul Hackers. After I played the new Soul Hackers game, I've been wanting to play the original, but I still haven't done so. And now we have Persona as its own series. But yeah, maybe they could have like leave some of these history of Atlus texts out and maybe make the year thing smaller so they could have included more of the cover arts. That would have been nice to me. Instead of simply having the titles of the games. Because yeah, seeing just the titles is a little bit boring. Oh, I forgot Syracuse are also like Atlas games. It's kind of funny to go through all these games here. Oh, and of course, Kunio-kun games, like, yeah. Oh, forget how many different games are from Atlas. Oh, and of course, because it's Atlas published games, of course, there's like Vanillaware games here as well, like Odin's Spear. I feel like this PlayStation 2 years are the years when I completely fell in love with Atlas games. Yay, Catherine. vanilla ware games with Dragon's Crown. Oh, and of course, like, how can I forget the name of the studio that makes my favorite fighting games? My name memory is so bad, but yeah, also the Persona fighting game. Oh right, Arc System Works. It reached there. But yeah, also Arc System Works games here included because of the Persona fighting game spin-off. Like this I like much more because of course nowadays there's less game per year, so now they have enough room to include like screenshots and cover artwork of each game. I feel like this looks much better than simply listing the names of the games on the early pages. Yeah. Yeah, dancing all night. I haven't played for a while those rhythm games. Maybe I should try again. Seeing like this Odin Spear and Dragon's Crown re-releases or like new versions or remakes or whatever, I wonder why they haven't made like new version of Muramasa the Demon Blade. I feel like that's my favorite Vanillaware game, and why we still don't have new release of that game. That game definitely deserves like remake or something. Oh, and full body version of Catherine. Oh, and 13 Sentinels here as well. Now that we are more close to like modern years, I feel like, do I have all these games in my shelf? I think so. Maybe. Yeah, I do. For well, except for like the digital releases, of course. I don't have physical games, those myself. Only digital copy on the console. But yeah, otherwise, same here. I have all these games. I've never tried this series and seeing how many entries that series also have here makes me wonder why I haven't tried these games, because yeah, it looks so cute. I should try those games as well. And yeah, here we have this game, Metaphor ReFantazio. So yeah, 35 years of amazing games, all published by Atlus. So yeah, I love this. going through all the memories here. Of course, I don't have much memories of the really early games published by Atlus, but still recognizing at least some of the early games as well. But especially like these more modern games. There are so many games that I have played through, and seeing them all here is so much fun. What we have next here? So, seems like more detailed look at some of the major series from Atlus, starting with, of course, the most well-known Shin Megami Tensei series. Cool to see the characters from different Shin Megami Tensei games together there. I still haven't started playing through Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I have already bought it, but because I already played through the game on Switch when it was released on that, I feel like I'm still not ready for starting the Vengeance, because it's not been that long since I played the original version of that game. But yeah, it's waiting on the shelf to be played. And next we have Persona series. Especially here, seeing the characters from first two Persona games feels so weird, because yeah, I haven't played Persona 1 and 2. I only played starting from 3. I love it how there's so much like commentary about the series and so on. And more Megami Tensei spin-off games, Devil Summoner, including Soul Hackers, of course. Etrian Odyssey. I didn't remember the English title for the series earlier, but yeah, Etrian Odyssey, of course. That's what it was. But yeah, as I said, I've never played any of the Etrian Odyssey games, and I should give them a try, because I'm pretty sure I would end up enjoying these games. especially because it has so many cute characters. Oh, and Trauma Center. These games I haven't played either, but I have heard some people enjoying these as well. But yeah, maybe a hospital game would be too much for my stomach to handle. But yeah, quite unique series from what I have heard. How many games there are in the Trauma Center series? I wonder. Only if I would have like history book of Atlus games I could check it. Oh, even Catherine getting like this. More detailed look at it, even though there's only one game and of course the new full body version of it. But at least for me, Catherine is definitely on the top list of Atlus games. I enjoy it quite a lot. Yeah, green being cute there. Game over, love is over. Love is never over. And next we have some commentary. From the different creators on Atlus. It seems like this is interview about the new game Metaphor mainly. About like inspirations and things like that. And talking even other games like Final Fantasy and such, how those games have inspired creators at Atlus. And also some messages. Cool to see messages from different people that have worked on Atlus games, even like voice actors and such. Not only like directors of the games and such. Oh, I do Lim, the soul of the singer of the Persona 5 soundtrack. And someone not wanting to write a message, write boring message like that, but instead making a little illustration artwork to congratulate Atlus of their 35 years of game development and publishing and such. Going through this quite quickly, but I will be spending some time translating all these messages after the video. Oh, some more celebration illustrations at the end here. Last Bible is also one of the games that I don't recognize from Atlus history. I wonder what kind of games those are. So this book has given me some inspiration to also look at some older Atlus games and realize how many there are that I haven't played yet. So I need to make a little list of games that I need to play in the future, and ending with some afterward. Yeah. So yeah, really cool little history book of going through like all the games published by Atlus and then taking like a more detailed look at some of the most well-known Atlus games, and also the interview about the Metaphor, ReFantazio development, and all the like congratulation messages from different people. I really love this. Wow. But yeah, that's all the content here on the, what was the name of this edition? 35th. No, it was Atlus Brand 35th anniversary edition, maybe. The full name. So yeah, I really like it. The box itself is quite cool because it's like related to like item in the game world. I always love that, and like having not only like full soundtrack of this game, but also having like all-time best soundtrack CDs from history of Atlus games. That's so lovely, and both art books, again, really lovely. Maybe the stickers are like, okay, those are nice to have, but those didn't feel important to me, and maybe same goes for the little acrylic stand. I'll probably put it somewhere on the living room, but yeah, these art books and the soundtracks are definitely the highlight for me of this limited edition, especially the history book. It was so lovely to go through all the 35 years of Atlus history. I feel like I was somewhat speechless there at some points because I was simply admiring all the lovely work Atlus has done throughout these years and how many amazing games they have made for us to enjoy. But yeah, I guess that's everything. Thanks for watching and bye.